everyone, thanks for joining me. My name is Susan Timchak. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'd like to welcome you. I wanted to share with you a card that I am recreating from another demonstrator, and I'm sorry I do not recall her name, but I will put it down in the comments below. She is outside of the United States, and she's a fabulous demonstrator. I just love the ideas she has. So I kind of took an idea of hers, put a little twist on it to make it my own. And let me show you this. I focused this on my Facebook page last night. So if you saw it on there, you would have had a sneak peek of it. So if you love butterflies, and I mean, who does not love butterflies? Here's a really fun card now. You ready? Look at this. They're like flying, popped up butterflies every time you open the card. Isn't that just stunning? I love it. And there's a special someone that I'm putting a package together for, and I'm going to be sending her this card, but I want to show you how to create it. It really isn't that hard to do. It's a little time consuming, but that's about all that it is. Now let me show you. Let me show you another one. This was more like the demonstrator, demonstrator's card that I originally saw. And she was actually making this card for Mother's Day. In the country she's in, their Mother's Day is in March, as opposed to our Mother's Day is in May. So this one is almost about the same, but just a little twist on it. So of course I get so carried away when I start making these that I have to continue with another one. And then I have to continue with another one. And, you know, that's how it goes, you know. When I get obsessed with something, I just keep going at it. So let me put that aside. So to create this fun card, of course, we're using all Stampin' Up! Products. And the stamp set that we're using to stamp the pretty butterflies, which is like this one, is called Watercolor Wings. And it's actually 3 different stamps to create a butterfly. And there's a larger butterfly and a smaller butterfly and even a teeny tiny butterfly. A few little phrases, some background stamps, and then little bodies and also little antenna as well. And this is a photopolymer stamp set. So it is clear. You can see right through it. And you do need to use acrylic blocks to put it on and off. But I love it. There's also a coordinating framelit set, which this one is called Bold Butterfly Framelits. And it actually comes with two framelits. Let me move that aside. This is the one that cuts out the butterfly after you stamp it. You run it through the Big Shot. And I could do you a quick little, oh, my little rhinestone came off of there. A quick little demo on that. Well, I'll fix that later. I won't fret about that. And it also makes this other little butterfly. Now, I just uploaded a video on the shaving cream technique. So I made this really fun background paper using shaving cream and some of our little re-ink bottles. So if you want to see how to do that, go ahead and check that one out. And I want to show you, while I was waiting for that video to upload, I used this little die to create this beautiful butterfly. And this was that paper that I just created, that I did the shaving cream. And here's the other butterfly. Now, to even make the pot even better, and I'm looking for it, here it is here, we have another die, which is called Butterfly Thinlit Dies. So the other one was called Bold Butterfly, which comes with 2. This one is Butterfly Thinlits. I have it on a magnetic sheet. And look at these stunning butterflies. This one is really big. Look at how much bigger than that one it is. And this one is very intricate as well. And then it has a smaller one. But they all work together. This would be a solid one for this one that goes with that set. And to cut out this one, here's what you get out of that. So if you are a butterfly fanatic like I am, I love, love, love butterflies. This might be something you want to look into adding to your collection. All right, so that's what we used as far as that goes. Now we're not going to use this little guy, and these work great together to do a little layering technique. You could even do this one on top. You can do this one on top of here. I mean, they're just so much fun. I love them. So let me, yep, that one we'll need. The small one we won't need. So let me show you. I'm not going to go through exactly the whole entire card, but I want to make sure I show you the mechanism on the inside as to how to create it. And it's basically very easy to do. Now the cardstock that I used, this is a brand new cardstock. The first one I did, let me pull out my first one, I used our regular vanilla cardstock, which has a nice weight to it, but I don't know if you can see. I mean, I can see the stamping coming through it because it's just a one layer card, and I have a little bit of sticky on something here and it's sticking to that. And you could kind of see through it. But what Stampin' Up! Came out with is a cardstock that is a heavier weight. And it's perfect for making things like this because you can't see through it. And it's a nice heavy weight. So if you're just doing a one card design where you're not doing any layers of other cardstocks on top, it's perfect because of its thick weight. And I love it. So I'm using just regular cardstock for the demo today. This is a piece of 8.5 by 11. It's cut in half. It's scored at 4 1/4 down the center, and I did a video on that the other week, and then cut it 5 1/2, so then it creates a card like this. So what I did on the outside is I took this small little stamp, and the colors I used with this are Sweet Sugar Plum and Blushing Bride. So those were the two color combos. And I stamped the butterflies, but this one was actually stamped just with the Sweet Sugar Plum, with stamping it and then without re-inking, stamping multiple times. So you get that variance of color on the background. The inside was done the same exact way, although I used the larger butterfly, this one here, just this detailed one, not the outline, and just went all the way around. So that's simple enough, right? And this little layer here, this is also this Sweet Sugar Plum color. And I did a little Happy Hello. This is a retiring stamp set that's going to be retired from the Stampin' Up! Catalog. So if you like that, it has a lot of fun phrases in that set. So now to do the, so that's what you would do to prep your basic card. Okay, now to do your butterfly, I'll show you how to create a butterfly like this, or it would actually be more like this. I used background paper on this. So I used our Designer Series paper to do these. So that's where a lot of this color is coming from. Now this one, I use the Marina Mist, which is a blue color, to do the second part of the stamp, which is actually this one. So I was just playing around with colors. And this is on Designer Series paper that I stamped the butterfly. But I'm just for sake of showing you how to do it, I'm just going to use a piece of Very Vanilla. So I'm going to go with my Sweet Sugar Plum. And I'm going to take the bigger stamp. And I'm going to just stamp it. Can you see that? Just like that. So that makes the outline. And I'm going to close this up. And then I'm going to go with the Blushing Bride with the second stamp. And sorry if my head's in the way, but I have to kind of see. You don't have to worry about it being perfectly aligned. So there is your second stamp, making your butterfly. Okay, so then we're going to set that aside. Now, well, no, we'll set that aside. Well, let me move on. So now, to create this mechanism for the inside, I used Designer Series paper. Now this one is a little bit different than the previous one. I'm having an avalanche of papers here off to the side. And this is actually cut at 2.5 inches wide and 10 inches long. Okay, So again, using this fabulous Stampin' Up! Trimmer. Let me make sure you can see this. There we go. Let's put it up there. So again, 10 inches long, 2.5 inches wide. So you're going to put this in your paper cutter. Now we're not going to cut this because we already have it cut. So this blade here, this dark blade, just slide that down to the bottom out of the way. We're going to use this blade here, the lighter color one, which is our scoring blade. So just to make things easy, this goes to 1 1/4 off to the side. The first score you're going to make on this is 1/2 inch. So then I just flip it around because then I just work to my left. So 1/2 inch. What do I have stuck on here? I have a dimensional. Oh, Lord. 1/2 inch there. And then you're going to slide it down and you're going to score it at 2. And then you're going to slide it down. And we're using this on the end. So that was 2. We're going to slide it down to 3.5, and we're going to score that. Then we're going to slide it down to 5, okay, and score it there. Then we're going to slide it down right in the crack here is 6.5. So you're going to score it there. And then all the way down here to 8 and score it there. And then one more score. You're going to slide it down to, was that 8? Yep. Let me make sure that was 8. Yep, 8. And then we're going to go all the way down to 9.5, and we're going to score it there. Okay? And this is what we have. So then you're going to fold it, make it like a fan fold, back and forth and back and forth. And you can use your bone folder, which I'm not sure what I did with mine from the last video I did. So we're going to move this out of the way. So when you fold it, this is what you're going to have. Okay? Right. So then what we're going to do is we're going to take this and fold this down. Then you're going to have 2 pieces, these 2 here. You're going to fold here, and you're going to fold back this way and fold this one this way. So then you will have basically this piece with a fold in the middle. Okay, I'll do that again. So the little 1/2 inch goes down. You're going to have 1, 2 blocks fold, and then on this side 1, 2 blocks fold, and 1, 2 blocks fold that back, just like that. Okay. Now can you see how this is going to be? So then you'll have 1, 2, 3 butterflies. Okay, sorry about this, I have to bend down. This is our Big Shot, and I hope it's not too close. I want to make sure you can see it, and it might make a little bit of movement here on my table. But the Big Shot is our die cutting system, and I love this. Since I've been a demonstrator, this came out, and I'm actually on my second one. First one needs some work on the bearings, but I didn't want to wait to find someone to take it apart because I'm not mechanically inclined, so I just went ahead and got another one. And when you get the Big Shot machine, you will get the Big Shot platform. You will also get a thin die adapter, and you will get 2 cutting plates. Now yours will be crystal clear. These are well loved, so you'll get 2 of those. So to cut out the framelit, you're going to use all of these pieces. So you're going to have those 3. You're going to have the base plate, the adapter, and one of these clear ones. And what you're going to do is you're going to put your butterfly on here. Now right here in the center is where the body of the butterfly would be stamped. So we want to have that part right on this score line that we have right here. Okay. Now you can use a piece of washi tape. I know the demonstrator recommended the washi tape, but what I found was it ended up sticking because I ran it through the Big Shot so many times, and then it was coming off and tearing the paper. So I'm going to wing it, and I'm going to, not use the washi. The only problem is it kind of, pops up, so you do have to be careful. So let me All right, now it does come off the paper a little bit, but that's okay. All right, so gently. Okay, now we're going to crank the handle, and it gets a little hard. Sorry about the wiggle and jiggling because the phone is hooked up to my desk, for the camera, I should say. And we're going to go back again. I like to do it 3 times. So this is 2. All right, and then we're going to come back one more time. And that, my friends, is 3. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and take the, I hope you could see it's already coming off. Oh, so then our little butterfly, I'll put that aside, and we'll do that later. So now our butterfly that we stamped, now there is the body part, but I find it best to stamp the body after this is cut out. So we stamp that. There'll be a little border going around, and you're going to go ahead. Now this time you only have to go through once because you're only going through one piece of cardstock. Okay, and again, sorry for the wiggling. All right, so this will just pop out. Look how simple that is, just like that. And look how stunning that butterfly is. Now you would use the stamp to stamp the body, such as this one. I used a little bit of this this silver thread and just kind of bunched it up a little bit, and then just with a stapler I stapled it on, and then I colored some of our rhinestones black just with a permanent Sharpie mark, and I'm trying to get that rhinestone back on there. Okay, colored them black right on our rhinestones, and put them on here, and the head of it I just kept that a clear rhinestone color. Now alongside the edges of these I used, and I'm looking for it, I used our white gel pen, and what I did for that was I just did little dots with the gel pen. Then of course you'd want to stamp your body on the center. So just kind of added a little extra, you know, to the butterfly. Okay, blah 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 blah. So through the magic of YouTube, I will move this out of the way, and let's move on. Excuse me. Okay. All right. So there you have your butterfly, and I'll move that off to the side. And on the back here, I put some of our dimensionals. I had to trim them down a little bit. Whoop. There we go. Get that out of the way. I had to trim them down a little bit to fit on there. And then that's what I use to adhere to the front of my card. Peel that paper off, stick it on, put my little saying, voila, done. Now this is the inside part. We'll go back to that. Here's our butterfly, and this is a different paper, so it's going to look a little different because I used up all the ones I had. Looking for my scissors. You ever have that day where, you know, everything is there in under your nose, and then when you need it, it's not? Well, let me just grab these. I like the paper snips because they're nice and little, but I'm not seeing them. So when you open it, here's what you're going to have. You have a lot of fuzzies here. You're going to have your 3 butterflies. So now you'll go ahead and you'll stamp it like we did before, each one with your outline. And then you'll go ahead and stamp with your center on each one. And then what she recommended, what I like too, is I didn't want to just cut this off because I wanted it to have a nice rounded corner. So just with your scissors, just kind of give it a little, I think that'd be better this side, although you won't be able to see it. Just give it a little trim, kind of curl it off a little bit. Not curl it, round it. Round it off. Just like that. Okay. All right. So there you have it. Now again, pretend this is stamped. So now back to our card. So then you would have your decorated card. You'd have your inside, which is all decorated. And then what you want to do to adhere this is you're going to go back to your fan folded scored butterflies. And you're going to put your adhesive here and your adhesive here. And I would recommend either like a snail adhesive or a tear and tape or something a little bit stronger than, you know, just like glue stick or something like that, because this is going to get played with a lot. I mean, I kept playing with mine all night long. You want to make sure that sticks down. So you're going to go ahead and put some glue on this side and glue on this side. And then what you want to do is you're going to make sure that the body is going straight up and down, and you'll stick that side down, put your glue here, close it up like that, and then when you open it, there's your butterflies. So what do you think? Do you love it? I do. I love it. Absolutely love it.